From the EPB Fiber Optics Weather Center, your News 12 AccuWeather forecast.
Areas you see here shaded in green are still under this aerial flood watch until 5 o'clock tomorrow. 5 o'clock tomorrow. These counties in the other colors you see here, heat advisory, and this does include Jackson and DeKalb counties, and that runs until 7 tomorrow. And we will see plenty of heat and plenty of humidity. Another round or two of storms is possible later on this afternoon and evening. If that develops, they won't be as numerous and they will not be as strong. But plenty of heat, plenty of humidity. 95 degrees today, possibly getting up to 105 when you factor in the humidity. Bit hotter, bit more humid tomorrow with 97. The 93 degrees we're anticipating Saturday and Sunday, the mildest out of the next 7 to 10 days. Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek will have more on that in full detail tonight beginning at 5:30.
You're watching News 12 this morning. This is the place for the latest news from around the Tennessee Valley and North Georgia.
Good morning, I'm Amelia Greer, and here's a look at one of today's top stories. A Meigs County couple are facing charges for human trafficking of a minor. The TBI had been investigating Tristan Epperson and Clarissa McKinney for 6 months leading up to their arrest on Monday. This is after agents learned about concerning interactions the pair had with a minor. 25-year-old Tristan Epperson faces several counts of statutory rape and commercial sex trafficking of a minor. 33-year-old Clarissa McKinney faces charges including commercial sex trafficking and facilitating statutory rape. The two also faced charges of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. They were arrested and booked into the Meigs County Jail on Monday. That's a look at one of today's top stories. Now time to check on the forecast with Chip.
All right, Amelia, we are looking at still some clouds throughout the area, but the more into the morning we get, the more sunshine we'll see peeking through at least. Today, if we do see these storms developing, and I think we will, at least to a certain extent, they will not be as numerous and they will not be as strong. 70 right now at the Island Cove Marina and Resort, 93% humidity. But we certainly got rocked yesterday afternoon and last night. Routinely, we had wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour. And still a lot of folks are without power this morning, especially in Cherokee, Murray, and Gordon counties, to a lesser extent Catoosa and Walker counties, and they are working extra double time to get that power turned back on. You may see a little bit of patchy dense fog, otherwise muggy, hot, and humid. It'll feel this afternoon in the neighborhood of 105 degrees, and probably a little bit higher than that for tomorrow. Madisonville, the hot spot for fog this morning. You're at a 6-mile range in Cleveland, and the winds continuing to help bring up even more moisture. 97 tomorrow. Friday, it's 96. I'll tell you more. Join us here starting at noon.
News 12's Chip Chapman brings us stories to uplift and inspire in Chip's Good Word, brought to you by Scenic City Golf Carts.
The older we get, the better we get, right? And talent knows no age limits. And that is exactly the point that the Morning Point Foundation proved earlier this week. They picked the top 3 winners at their Seniors Got Talent show and raised $33,000 in the process. The winners included 63-year-old Susan Taylor, 70-plus dance team Richard and Lori, and 87-year-old Hammer dulcimer player Ajeen Parsons. Here's a sample of their great performance.
I'm just a baby for the things that you'll never possess.
And it was quite a show. If you've got some good news that you would like for us to pass along, get it into us. News at WDEF.com, news at WDEF.com. I'm Chip Chapman. Congratulations to all who took part. You're all winners in our book. Hope you'll join us tomorrow about this same time for even more good news.
singing in bars when she was just a little kid. This is CBS Mornings.
This portion of CBS Mornings sponsored by Chewy. Shop online at Chewy today and get great prices on pet essentials.
Itchy pet? With Chewy, save 20% on your first pharmacy order, so you can put an end to the itch. Get flea and tick medication delivered right to your door.
So tell me about your heart attack.
Our heart attack was
scary. Never want to go through that again.
But we could.
With heart disease, you never know.
So we made changes.
Green juice.
Yeah, not a fan. Diet, exercise.
Statins helped, but our LDL-C, bad cholesterol, it was stuck. Just couldn't lower it enough. And high LDL-C
meant a real risk of another attack. So I said, let's ask our doctor about Repatha.
What can I say? Listen to your heart.
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63% and significantly drops the risk of having a heart attack. Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha can cause serious allergic reactions. Signs include trouble breathing or swallowing or swelling of the face. Most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
We won't let another heart attack set us back.
And neither should you.
Listen to your heart. Lower your LDL-C and your risk with Repatha. Talk to your doctor.
At the Jeep Make This the Summer event, you can take a vacation from payments on the most capable Wrangler ever. Our most affordable SUV, Jeep Compass. The only open-air pickup, Jeep Gladiator. And the most awarded SUV ever, Jeep Grand Cherokee. Hurry into your Jeep brand dealer and make the most out of summer with great deals plus no payments for 90 days.
During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $2,500 total cash allowance on select 2024 Jeep Compass models in dealer stock. See your local Jeep dealer today.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Talenti's salted caramel truffle layers with creamy salted caramel gelato.
Bradley.
Cookies.
I can see the cookies. The jar is see-through.
I knew that.
I knew you knew that.
Talenti, raise the jar.
Start your day with Nature Made and try new Zero Sugar Gummies.
Thinking back to what I was always told, don't talk to strangers and fall in love.
It Ends With Us. Rated PG-13. Exclusively in theaters. August 9th.
Zyrtec Allergy Relief works fast and lasts a full 24 hours, so Dave can be the
deliverer of dance.
Okay, Dave. Let's be more than our allergies. Z's the day with Zyrtec.
Oh, look at that jet stream.
Weather. Oh, boy.
Yep, they're calling it an atmospheric river.
It is coming down.
Oh, flood warning in Louisiana.
Are they obsessed? Oh, yeah.
The stuff they do on the green screen, unbelievable.
They said 10% chance of rain. Seems more like 40% to me.
Nope.
It has nothing to do with the dew point.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
What are those, cumulus clouds?
For moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
This is CBS Mornings on CBS.
What will you find at E.F. Brandon Furniture? Solid wood bedrooms and dining rooms, custom sofas and sectionals, including American-made leather, and talented interior designers ready to help you achieve that perfect look. E.F. Brandon, committed to quality home furnishings and exceptional value, with brands that are both beautiful and durable. A room full or a house full, all at 25% off. E.F. Brandon Furniture, Highway 153 across from Northgate. Family owned since 1988.
We have major news this morning about consumer protection. Federal regulators say Amazon will face increased accountability for defective items sold on its site. Senior business and tech correspondent Jolene Kent has the details. Jolene, good morning.
Good morning. About 60% of products on Amazon are from third-party sellers. And now the Consumer Product Safety Commission says Amazon will be held legally responsible for what those other businesses are selling on its platform to you. And they will be forced to recall dangerous products that are sold on their site and on the app. More than 400,000 products are subject to this order. We're talking about things like carbon monoxide detectors, hair dryers that don't have electrocution protection, and children's pajamas that violate federal flammability standards. Now, under this new order, Amazon must give the agency a plan for how it's going to contact customers if a faulty product has been purchased and offer a refund or replace the item. Now, consumer advocacy groups have been campaigning for this for years, and Amazon says it's disappointed by this decision, saying, quote, "We have proactive measures in place to prevent unsafe products, and we continuously monitor the listings in our store." Amazon telling CBS News that it plans to appeal. Michelle.
Jolene, what can consumers do if they suspect they have a dangerous product?
So this is tricky. You can go to the CPSC's website to check if you have a defective product. But the problem is the full list of products is buried in a legal document on the agency's website. It's not abundantly clear yet. And if you want to know if a seller is a third party, the most important thing to do is check the sold by line on each product page, or when you're in the app, you can look to see who's selling it. Anything else that's not Amazon says that it is a third-party seller. So look closely, take that extra 30 seconds.
Oh, Jolene, great advice. Thank you. Ahead, another triumph for Simone.
You're watching News 12 this morning. This is the place for the latest news from around the Tennessee Valley and North Georgia.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Amelia Greer, and here's a look at one of today's top stories. Walker County has landed a federal grant to survey local historic locations. It will check the age of buildings, bridges, fortifications, and monuments in the southeast portion of the county. It has been 15 years since the last time they attempted this. John Culpepper with the County Historic Preservation Commission says that this survey could help Walker land future grants to preserve the structures. That's a look at one of today's top stories. We'll check in with Chip after a look at traffic.
Time Saver Traffic is brought to you by Mr. Electric.
Authorities are on the scene of several accidents this morning. Lee Highway right before 75. Volkswagen Drive at Ferdinand Peach Way, and the latest one, West Shadow Lawn, right there at South Crest Road. Also keep an eye out for extra debris on the roads, especially in residential neighborhoods this morning. Checking the interstates and highways, though, it's still looking pretty good. Not seeing any issues on 75 north and south into town. Pretty much smooth sailing, 24 through the Ridge Cut and on into downtown. And we're still clocking a speed limit ride on highways 27 and 153. Find the bounty of East Tennessee's summer harvest at Food City. With the best selection of fresh local produce, enjoy new seasonal fruits and veggies every week. No one does fresh produce like Food City. In the Chattanooga State Traffic Center, I'm Gary Poole with your Time Saver Traffic.
All right, Gary, thanks so much. Here we go, our satellite and radar composite loop. Still some clouds in the area and a little bit of fog, but the rainfall's just about over, at least for a while. Don't be surprised to see a few storms popping up later on this afternoon and evening. 70 right now at the Island Cove Marina and Resort. More heat, more humidity in store for us for the next several days. 95 this afternoon. We could see heat index levels around 105 again. A little bit hotter still tomorrow. Lower rainfall chances, and those chances ramp back up. Saturday looks like about 93 before we jump back into the mid-90s for early next week. We'll talk all about it. Join us here at noon.
Arby's Deluxe Burger. Have you ever seen such a well-crafted burger? Oh, Arby's Big Cheesy Bacon Burger. Have you ever seen such a... Arby's, we have the meats.
Your healthy skin. That's our mission at Chattanooga Skin and Cancer Clinic.
Them being chosen best of the best doesn't surprise me.
Appointments available now. Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Jasper. Call or visit chatskinandcancer.com. Your healthy skin. That's our mission at Chattanooga Skin and Cancer Clinic.
If someone notices a growth on their body, the first thing they need to do is go to Chattanooga Skin and Cancer Clinic.
Appointments available now. Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Jasper.
After a car crash, the big insurance companies you see advertising on TV, they may try to downplay your case and might say it's only a fender bender or it's just a herniated disc. I worry that some law firms fall for this BS. Not us. We put ourselves in your shoes and ask, what would it be like to be in your pain for the rest of our lives? $1 million wouldn't be enough for me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
WindowWorks of Chattanooga, 24 months, no interest and no payments. Call for details.
Avoid the headaches and traffic jams with Time Saver Traffic and live T-Dot cameras on WDEF.com. Brought to you by Mr. Electric. You're watching News 12.
How can you not just gasp when you see Simone Biles on the mat? She is amazing, and so is the U.S. women's gymnastics team. They won gold and added to an already impressive medal count for Team USA. It was such an exciting day in Paris, and of course, Jamie Yuccas is there covering it all for us this morning. Jamie, good morning. What a night.
It was a night, and Vlad, I was in that arena when it happened, and I can tell you that crowd went crazy. Team USA women's gymnastics was looking for redemption after coming up with a silver in Tokyo. You may remember that's when Simone Biles pulled out during the event after a case of the twisties. Now, years later, Biles and the entire Team USA proved they are back on top as they earned USA's only gold medal of the day.
Now that's a comeback.
Simone Biles' show-stopping performances across every routine.
Here's the flight series where many have mistakes.
Proves she's still the greatest of all time as the 27-year-old led Team USA back to the top of the podium for the gymnastics team final Tuesday.
And this was a dominant victory for the United States.
With 8 medals, including 5 gold, Biles is now the most decorated American Olympic gymnast ever.
We showed them that we can do it with the proper training, mentally and physically. Yeah, we did it.
Who's your favorite?
Simone Biles.
She's off the charts. Unbelievable.
But it wasn't just Biles that pushed Team USA more than 5 points ahead of the competition. Suni Lee's grace on the beam.
That was the best she could have done. Look at this.
Jade Carey's powerful vault. And Jordan Childs' signature showmanship on floor.
An absolute monster of a routine for Jordan Childs.
Proved everyone brought their best for America's 4th gold medal in the sport.
What was the most memorable tonight?
I think it's just the redemption because we should have had gold last Olympics.
That was insane. USA is just top notch.
Also reaching new heights, the men's gymnastics team, who earned a bronze earlier this week, its first medal in 16 years. They hope the win can create momentum for the sport going forward.
Men's gymnastics has been a slowly dying sport in our country ever since the 80s. I really hope that this moment sort of changes that path for men's gymnastics.
Rugby also capturing America's attention.
She's gonna take it all the way!
After a stunning upset when the women's Simmons team snatched its first ever medal, winning the bronze during the final seconds of its game against Australia.
Team USA make history in Paris.
Another history-making moment. After delaying the men a day, both male and female triathlon athletes did dive into the Seine River for competition today. After much debate over the cleanliness of that water, there was no alternative location if a decision had been made to scrap that event. So we went to the course, spoke to those who have participated before in this race. They told me there was no way anyone would keep these athletes out of that water, while regular spectators told me there's no way they would have gotten in, but they are grateful the athletes did to be able to watch, guys.
Oh, Jamie, what was so spectacular watching those two teams perform was the diversity of, it was America.
They look just like America.
They look like America.
But also their athleticism, I mean, both the rugby ladies team and USA Gymnastics, amazing.
Yeah.
There's no other word for it.
Yeah.
Simply
and dominant.
5 points ahead. the next country, which I think, Jamie, was Brazil, right?
Dominant, intense, and energetic.
Or Italy.
Yeah.
DEI all the way.
Well, thank you for your
I have
reporting.
to tell you,
Go ahead.
Brazil was amazing, too. They really, all the women really were spectacular last night.
I think it was Brazil's first medal at Olympics in gymnastics.
Yeah,
That was very
it
cool.
was.
All right.
Jamie, loving that power green, too.
Okay.
We got the memo. Ahead, how a wrongly convicted man finally went free after a state's attorney general had tried to stop his release. You're watching CBS Mornings.
This will be a gold mine of local intel, just you wait.
Right. So tell us about this corn festival.
Oh, you got your corn pudding, you got your corn chowder.
So is it safe around here?
Sometimes.
If a family of 8 were to need a cold plunge, where would they find it?
Oh, then they dip it in butter and bam, it goes right in. Really cute vampire bar. Like the Reverend does like a blessing on the corn.
Donut shops. How far from here?
Oh. No eyebrows?
Think of how light it'll feel in the summer. We gotta run. 11,000 more neighborhoods to go.
Ding dong.
Homes.com.
If you have wet AMD, you never want to lose sight of the things you love.
We get it.
Some things should stand the test of time. Long-lasting EYLEA HD could significantly improve your vision. More people on EYLEA HD had no fluid in the retina compared to those on EYLEA at 4 months. EYLEA HD is the only wet AMD therapy that helped 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections after 3 initial monthly treatments. If you have an eye infection, eye pain or redness, or allergies to EYLEA HD, don't use. Eye injections like EYLEA HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, or rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. An increase in eye pressure has been seen. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. The most common side effects were blurred vision, cataract, corneal injury, and eye floaters. And there's still so much to see. If you are on EYLEA or a similar type of treatment, ask your retina specialist about EYLEA HD today for the potential for fewer injections.
Every day, more dog people and more vets are deciding it's time for a fresh approach to pet food. They're quitting the kibble and kicking the cans and feeding their dogs dog food that's actually, well, food. Developed with vets, made from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog, and delivered right to your door. It's smarter, healthier pet food. Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/realfood.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. Experience it all on America's largest and fastest 5G network. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of unlimited for only $30 a line. Switch today.
Febreze. Have you tried these new Febreze car vent clips? The new intensity dial gives you total control. I can turn it up. That smells good. Or turn it down. Nice and light. Enjoy 40 days of freshness your way.
Are you crying? No. There's no crying in baseball. Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. What's in your wallet?
I won't let my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis symptoms define me.
Emerge as you. With Tremfya, most people saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months, and the majority stayed clearer at 5 years.
Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, or if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Emerge as you. Emerge Tremfyant. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
This is Stephen Tyrone Colbert.
The Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Weeknights on CBS.
Get loud, shake it from your waist down. Shake it, shake it. On my way to the cash, hop in, we up in this, it'll do it again.
Hi, my name's Cameron Lee, owner of Lee Roofing Company. We're a local veteran-owned company. We offer commercial and residential roofing services, and for a limited time, we offer 0% interest and no payments for 12 months. Give us a call for a free roof estimate.
I got hurt by a big truck. You know why I called the Insiders?
Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money.
We got a client who was T-boned by a big truck and broke multiple bones. $3 million.
It's just that easy.
Call 265-1100.
A Missouri man's fight for freedom has finally come to an end. You're looking at 52-year-old Christopher Dunn being released from custody late yesterday after spending 34 years behind bars. He was convicted for the murder of a teenage boy and is now free following a chaotic legal battle. Last week, a judge in St. Louis overturned his conviction, ordering Dunn's immediate release. But in a shocking move, Missouri's Attorney General filed a notice of appeal with the state Supreme Court and ordered Dunn to remain behind bars while the legal battle played out. Yesterday, the state Supreme Court ruled the circuit judge cannot unconditionally release Dunn while criminal charges were pending. But the state said it would not retry him, leading to his release. Aaron Moriarty has followed this case closely.
Christopher Dunn emerged from a St. Louis courthouse Tuesday night, pausing with a smile to take in his first seconds of freedom. A moment more than 3 decades in the making for the 52-year-old who has spent more than half his life behind bars.
It's easy to give up in prison when you lose hope. But when the system chooses to throw you away, you have to ask yourself if you're willing to just settle for it or you're going to fight for it.
That fight for freedom, starting with a gunshot in the dark just after midnight on May 19, 1990, that killed 15-year-old Rico Rogers. The only testimony was from 2 children, then 12 and 14, who said they saw Dunn shoot Rogers. It put a then 18-year-old Dunn behind bars, where he would spend the next 34 years maintaining his innocence and waiting for his murder conviction to be overturned, after both witnesses later admitted they lied at trial as teens.
It should have been this long, nor should it have taken this long for everyone to want to come forward now.
Dunn was moments from freedom last week when a judge ordered his release, but he was sent back to his cell after the state attorney general's office launched a last-second appeal to keep him there. He spent another 6 days in prison as the Missouri Supreme Court took up the case. They ruled that in order for Dunn to be released, the city's circuit attorney's office would have to drop the charges and would not retry him.
To get prepared to leave, only to be brought back into the prison, it was torture.
Dunn spoke to us from inside that Missouri prison last fall. If you had not been arrested,
wow,
where would you be today?
Probably, if not a professor at St. Louis University, I would be somewhere teaching. I'd have graduated from college. I probably had about 2 or 3 children by now. But I'd have been a damn good dad.
And while Dunn now says he won't get his past back, he is ready for the future.
I got a life to live now, and it's time to move forward.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Erin Moriarty.
Wow, what an update. We will be sitting down with Dunn and his wife, Kira, for an interview. We will share more details on that when we have them.
I think the point that he makes at the end, I know he's looking forward to his future, and that's wonderful. But for me, watching his story unfold, the fact that he lost out so much of his life.
Yeah, and to maintain his innocence while clinging on to hope during what wasn't dark days, but dark decades in prison, and now being free, looking forward, and also having people that are still invested in freeing him.
Yep.
Helped his
People
case.
love that man.
Brighter days are ahead.
Yeah.
All right, ahead, what to watch, the stories you'll be talking about. Right now, though, it is
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and do a check.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good morning and welcome to the News 12. Good morning, welcome to News 12. Good morning. Welcome to News 12 this morning. I'm Tanya Cook. We take a look at today's top story coming up. Following the storm last night, there are multiple road closures and many left in the dark this morning. We have the latest coverage on storm damages up next. And the internet is getting one step closer to becoming safer for children. We have the latest on the Kids Online Safety Act up next.
And we're looking at cloud cover throughout the area this morning, but the rainfall is now just a memory, at least for a while. We've got some more storms popping up a little bit later on tonight. Right now, 70 degrees, and this is Wednesday, July 31st.
You're watching News 12 this morning. This is the place for the latest news from around the Tennessee Valley and North Georgia.
We're glad to have you here with us as we continue on this Wednesday morning. Tanya Cook joining us. Tanya, doing all right?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Thanks, Chip.
Happy to have you here. And Tanya will have a look at the morning's top stories here in just a moment. First of all, look out for the fog. Where you do see it's very patchy, very dense. Still some clouds, but we continue on this dry spell that'll last until later on into the afternoon. We are going to see a few more storms popping up. Hot, humid, heat indices hitting around 105 and a little hotter than that for tomorrow. More on that coming up in just a moment. Right now, here's Tanya with a look at the morning's top stories.
Thanks, Chip. Powerful storms rattled through the Tennessee Valley late yesterday afternoon. In the Dalton area, North Georgia electric crews are hard at work trying to get the lights back off after 13,000 customers were left out without power. We got numerous reports on wires and trees down here in Chattanooga, which has caused numerous road closures. The Department of Public Works have issued a do not travel unless necessary statement before leaving your home this morning. Visit our website at WDEF.com for a full list of emergency road closures. Some stoplights at intersections are out due to power outages. Remember to use caution and treat them like a four-way stop. You can report the damages. The 311 Service Center, the Chattanooga Fire Department, and EPB are working hard to restore the roads and service utilities, everyone that were affected by the storm. And here's the current And if you see law enforcement, EMS, and fire personnel through UTC campus today, do not panic. Starting at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. today, the UTC Department of Public Safety is hosting an armed intruder emergency training exercise. The event will involve emergency responders and volunteers from UTC, City of Chattanooga, and Hamilton County. Be mindful of this time again. Do not panic. A bill targeting online safety for children is one step closer to being passed. News 12 Nick Hill takes a look at where the Kids Online Safety Act needs to go next and how its congressional sponsors are defending the bill for criticism.
The Kids Online Safety Act is one of those pieces of legislation that you can say the time is right.
The Kids Online Safety Act passed the Senate on Tuesday by a 91-3 vote. The bill targets social media companies, requiring them to set their strongest privacy settings by default for minors, and forces them to create more parental controls. Sponsors say this is the biggest reform to the tech industry in over 25 years.
Even more important, I want to thank the parents who tirelessly advocated for these bills, who shared the stories of their kids, who basically turned their grief into immense grace.
However, there
Vice
has
President
been some
Kamala
criticism of
Harris held her first biggest campaign rally date in Battleground, Georgia yesterday, and could name her vice president pick for this week. Former President Donald Trump is in Pennsylvania as he and running mate J.D. Vance continue to throw bars at Harris over the southern border. CBS News' Leah Michigan has more from London.
Vice President Kamala Harris took the stage before a packed house of thousands in Atlanta yesterday.
The momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it.
Her first campaign stop in Battleground, Georgia as a 2024 presidential candidate featured star power and renewed enthusiasm among the state's Democratic voters.
Norah O'Donnell is ready for a change. O'Donnell will step down as the anchor and managing editor of CBS Evening News after the upcoming presidential election. O'Donnell, who made the announcement to staffers on Tuesday, has led the nightly newscast for nearly 5 years. Officials at the network say that she will stay with CBS to serve as senior correspondent. O'Donnell is expected to contribute stories for all the CBS shows and platforms. There's no word about the possible successor for the evening news anchor position. Now for the check on the forecast. Let's toss things over to Chip.
All right, there you go. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning and welcome to News 12 this morning. I'm Tanya Cook. We take a look at today's top stories coming up. Following the storm last night, there are multiple road closures and many left in the dark last night. We have the latest coverage on storms and damages coming up next. And the internet is getting one step closer to becoming safer for children. We have the latest on Kids Online Safety Act up next.
We've got the cloud cover continuing here in the Tennessee Valley area, although the rainfall is over, at least for a while. Right now at the Island Cove Marina and Resort, 72 degrees, and this is Wednesday, July 31st.
You're watching News 12 this morning. This is the place for the latest news from around the Tennessee Valley and North Georgia.
Glad to have you here with us as we continue on this Wednesday. Tanya Cook sitting in the anchor chair. Good morning so far.
Good morning. It's been a great morning.
Here we go. We do have some changes in the forecast again, Tanya, and it's going to be getting a little hotter, a little more humid today. We're talking extremely hot, and then you factor in that humidity. Still a lot of folks without power, especially in Murray, Gordon, and in Cherokee counties. They are working on getting this power back as soon as possible. Temperatures mid-90s today, upper 90s tomorrow. Both days, the heat index level around 105 to 107. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, a look at the morning's top stories.
Powerful storms rattled through the Tennessee Valley late yesterday afternoon. In the Dalton area, North Georgia, electric crews are hard at work trying to get the lights back after nearly 13,000 customers were left without power. We have numerous reports on wires and trees down here in the Chattanooga, which has caused numerous road closures. The Department of Public Works have issued a do not travel unless necessary statement. Before leaving your home this morning, visit our website at WDEF.com for a full list of emergency road closures. Some stoplights at intersections are due to power outage. Remember to use caution and threats and treat them like four-way stops. You can report the damages at 311 Service Center. The Chattanooga Fire Department and the EPB are working hard to restore your services back. Utilities to everyone affected by the storm. And if you see law enforcement, EMS, and fire personnel throughout UTC campus today, do not panic. Starting at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. today, the UTC Department of Public Safety is hosting an armed intruder emergency training exercise. The event will involve emergency responders and volunteers from UTC, City of Chattanooga, and the Hamilton County. Be mindful of this time, and again, do not panic. A bill targeting online safety for children is one step closer to being passed. News 12 Nick Hill takes a look at where the kids